part 2, 800 and I believe 53. I'm doing marbles today. So here we got these jabos, whatever you want to call them. And we are going to, in this tray here, I'm going to put all of the regular jabos, and then we're going to put the nicer looking ones into the smaller tray. And for those of you, so if you didn't watch the first episode, if you want the introduction, I jumped ahead. Look at this. It's coming right out of the bag. You know what? Let me go. It's coming right out of the bag. Look at that. It has a fracture there. I wonder if that's why they put it into the bag. But it's an as-made boulder. I'm going to show you the size of it really quickly. It's got to be at least an inch. Has to be at least an inch. This thing is huge. Okay, it's close. Yeah, so it's a boulder size. Jabo. I say Jabo. A lot of people say Jabos. And that stress crack, it's an as-made, or when it was dropped. So that's partially one reason. But what we want to find, we want to see if there are any exotic This actually looks like almost like a champion. But it's an ugly one. And the reason why I broke up the video was because I know people start getting bored around 10 minutes. And my introduction in part 1 was 10 minutes. And I said, you know what? Oh, that's nice. Because and of course the nice ones have to have damage, right? And I say nice because it looks like ox blood. And that's a shame. But it just has a little too much damage. So these could be like, they have something called misfits. Misfits or wounded warriors, they call them sometimes. So I'm wondering if that's what they did with these bags. Was all the what not all the like this marble, if you look at it, right? It's a regular looking marble. Has no damage to it, but it's unattractive, right? Let me see. And they're also OOR, right? OOR, out of round. So again, a misfit, a reject. So I'm wondering if the reason why some of these marbles are so attractive is because, you see, they're damaged. Because this is a nice one. I'll put this one into the special tray over here with the boulder. So we found, out of all those marbles, one of them I really, well, besides the boulder, of course. So the marble hobby has exploded over the past couple years. I was fortunate enough to get into the hobby probably about the same time I got into pennies, to be honest with you. And they were super, super cheap. That's a nice one too. That's pretty. They were super, super cheap as made. As made means it sounds intuitive or common sense, but it's not. As made means that it's an issue with the marble from when it was made. So that could be from when it was dropped. So I'll probably throw this one out. It's got too much fracture. I couldn't send that to somebody, you know? Throw that out. That's another nice marble. Has a few. So you see those little dots on them? that's from being bounced around, hitting other marbles. If they're very small like that, they're called flea bites. So flea bites, people usually, that's nice. You can see the interior of the marble. That's a beautiful marble. Flea bites are usually like the maximum, unless it's a very rare marble. I see it's got a bunch of flea bites on it. That's when the marbles hitting each other, bouncing back and forth. And a ton of flea bites like that usually put the marble into what's called near mint condition, right? Mint condition would be maybe a couple flea bites, but when you see, this is almost like and you could tell. Now, if you remember the beginning of the first video, I was talking about how Vitro and Jabo, and they bought the machines. So this almost looks like an all red. It's like a hybrid, right? It's like a Vitro marble with a Jabo look, right? Vitro colors. It's got the little V there, and you could tell it's the same machine, but the glass is different, and it's got the little swirl there. So it looks like a hybrid Jabo Vitro marble. And if you know about marbles, then you know what I'm talking about. And someone might say that's not a this is a larger, a little bit larger of a marble. I could feel it already. It's like almost 0.6. Just to show you. After a while, you can tell just by touching them. I said points. Ha! Look at that. I could tell it's a little bit larger. It's like a large mib. 0.6. Usually they're 0.58. It's a nice looking marble. We're almost through the first bag. Yes. See, most of these are like common Jabos. That's nice. Let me see if it has any damage. That's nice. See, it has the outline. A lot of people like the outline. Look at this. This is a beautiful Jabo. Look at this. It has so much damage. Is that damage or dirt? Wow. Look at. Let me put the light on. I gotta take a picture of this. That's beautiful. That's a special one. You can see all the way through it. Let me take a picture. That might be our. Looks like it might even have ox blood in it. Traces of ox blood. Yeah. And look at the green. That might be aventurine. That's a special marble. You see, they threw some special ones in here. I should just leave the light on. I'm gonna leave the light on. Maybe I should have had it on the whole time. Well, it kills the battery, so you got to be careful. That's almost like a corkscrew, right? You see that? Has like a swirl to it. That's another nice one. So, so you don't have. It's not like pennies where you have to do so much research. I mean, you could research marbles to death too. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot to know about marbles. A lot. But just knowing, like, if you see a marble that looks like this, and you see on the inside there's twists that you can see through the marble. I mean, you don't really need to be. You don't need to know. You can know what an attractive marble is. It's not a big deal. Here goes another bigger one. This one's like 6.6 also. Oh, you got a broken one. This one has. Is it broken or is it a flat? Is it a chip? Yeah, they call them moons. I'll throw that out. Oh, that's nice. Ah, is that a chip? Or is it a flat? Okay, it's a flat. It's pretty design. It's too bad. It has a flat mark. That's where it fell. But it's not a chip. Like, so sometimes they'll fall when they're still hot and they'll make a dent on it. Again, you can see all the flea bites on it. All right, we're on the second bag now. I'm going to go to a part 3. Let's go to part 3. You saw, and we're going to go to, because we're on the second bag now. So we spent all that time on one bag, and we'll do the next one. You can see this monster. Anyway, so tune in for part 3 of the Jabo Vitro marble episode 853.